explain how the flow is.
Yeah.
Then we can start. Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. So for Gangadhar sir, are you happy to share the music for the first 5 minutes meditation or?
Okay, madam, I'll share this.
Okay, thank you, Navinaji. Thank you.
Ma'am, let me just go ahead and introduce, then can we start?
Yep.
Start meditation?
Yep. Yeah, you can go ahead.
I'm starting now. Good morning, friends. Namaste. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining today. Welcome to Sanghas, an initiative of Beyond Your Mind Foundation, which is conceived by Saroja Gullapalli. It is unique, friendly, non-judgmental platform for spiritual discussions where you can keep your minds and thoughts open, where one can contribute and gain knowledge freely. So last year, we did complete 2 sessions on topic surrender. So this is our 3rd session and the very first one in this new year, 2022. As we all know, our topic for today is thought power. This is very intriguing topic to me, and I'm excited to hear different perspectives from all of you masters. So I will just briefly share the flow of this session. So first, we will start with meditation for 5 minutes. Then I'll invite Saroja ma'am to share a few words. Then our discussion will start with the guidelines by explaining what are the guidelines we need to follow. So with this, I would like request a master to start the meditation. Thank you.
Gently rub your hands, masters. Place on your eyes. Open your eyes when you're comfortable. Big smile, masters. Thank you.
Thank you, Navina ma'am, for the wonderful music and for guiding us. With this, I would like to welcome our beloved Saroja ma'am to share a few words.
Thank you, Lavanya. And good morning, all my dear masters. It's always a great pleasure to see all my beautiful, lovely masters from time to time on this platform. As Lavanya said, Sanghas is a great opportunity to share what we are, to share who we truly are to our like-minded peers. Sanghas is a great platform where we can really coin our ideas about the topic of the day, discuss freely on what we think the topic is about, what it should be. Today, the topic is quite intriguing. It triggers a lot of parts of the brain, honestly. Last year, we had wonderful topics of surrender. And we did a couple of sessions in 2021. It was a great start of Sanghas last year, both in English, Hindi, and Telugu. And this year, I'm so grateful to all the masters who helped with picking this topic, thought power. Power of thought. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. This is a phrase in Sanskrit. Yat bhavam tad bhavati, which means you are what your thought is. You're a reflection of your thought. You are your thought. You create your world according to your thinking. This is a very powerful statement, masters. So everything that we are today, it doesn't matter, it's good, bad, ugly, beautiful. It is what our thought is. Or what you are is what your thought has been. Many of us are wondering, at the moment, my thought is not what I am. But you are a sum of your thoughts. That thought may not be in the present, but you have had the thoughts for a long time in the past. In other words, masters, thought is nothing but energy. Energy is the basic building block of everything, masters. So whatever energies we have released in the form of thought, whether in the last life, in this life, yesterday, today, all those energies have created and manifested to be who we are. It's as simple as that. Hence, the power of thought or thought power is so important to take or make your life the way you want. You want to be unhappy? Release as many unhappy thoughts as you want. If you want to be happy, release as many happy thoughts or thoughts full of abundance you want. Whether we believe it or not, we are a true reflection of our thoughts, my dear masters. That was the main and the only statement with which I wanted to start this session was Yad Bhavam Tad Bhavati. One sentence that we can remember all our life, which will remind us that if we are crying, then it better remind us that it is because of our thinking. And if we are laughing, that too is because of our thoughts. So if we haven't paid much attention to our thoughts, let's start doing it now. It's never late. Every thought that comes into your mind, cultivate the habit of looking at it, observing it. Before you release into this wide universe, it is like an arrow that's gone out of your bow. You have to be extra careful when you release your arrows. Thoughts are like very, very, very pointed arrows, which are manifesting your reality. My dear masters, make sure you have gone through every thought of yours before you release it into this world. I just wanted to say hello to any Hindi masters who are here today, just for a brief moment. Namaste, masters. आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत इस संघा सेशन में। आज इतने अद्भुत टॉपिक से हम अपने आप के सामने आए हैं। सोच की शक्ति अपार है मेरे दोस्तों। आज हम जो कुछ भी हैं हमारे सोच की वजह से हैं। आप सब ने संस्कृत में ये सुना होगा, यद भावम तद भवति। भावम मतलब हमारी सोच, भवति मतलब हम जो हैं। जैसी हमारी सोच वैसी हमारी सृष्टि, वैसी हमारी जिंदगी। तो अगर अपनी जिंदगी को हमें सुधारना है तो हमारे सोच को हमें सुधारना होगा। सोच हमारे हाथ की बात है। एक बार वो तीर निकल गई तो फिर आप अपने जिंदगी को संवारने में बहुत समय लगा लेंगे। तो जब तीर आपके पास है, सोच समझकर किस प्रकार के तीर को आप इस दुनिया में छोड़ना चाहते हैं, बड़े सोच विचार के साथ उसे छोड़िए मेरे दोस्तों। तो आज इस सोच को मैं आपके पास छोड़कर जाती हूँ कि हर एक सोच जो आप अपने कमान से निकालते हैं, बड़े सोच समझ के निकालिएगा। जल्दबाजी मत कीजिए। कितने जन्म हो गए, हर समय जल्दबाजी करके जिंदगी ढाल ली हमने। कम से कम अब आध्यात्मिकता में हम ये समझ सकते हैं कि जो सोच हमारी है उसी के प्रकार हमारी मनोभावनाएं होती हैं और हमारे कर्म भी उसी प्रकार होते हैं। तो सोच सबका जड़ है मेरे दोस्तों। बड़े सोच समझकर अपने सोच की तीर को इस दुनिया में छोड़िए। Thank you very much. Lavanya, thanks for giving me this opportunity, for giving my 2 cents of opinion about this thought power. I'm really looking forward to hearing this discussion amongst all you great masters. Thank you.
Thank you, Saroja ma'am. It was a wonderful thing, as you always say. So it's like there are no words to discuss more about it. So I would like to hear all the today's discussions. So I'm looking forward for those. So with that, let me go ahead and discuss about the guidelines for participants. So these are the guidelines, my dear friends. So there are 4 halls in Sanghas. They are Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, and Shubham. Every hall has pre-assigned leaders to lead the hall. So our coordinators will help to rename and divide all the participants into the above 4 halls in the beginning of our session. So they're already doing it. If you can look at your names, so they would have renamed it. Discussion will be amongst these 4 halls, which would be a great fun. So today's topic, that is thought power, was initiated by Sundaram group. Hence, the first chance would be given to them and they will be expressing their views nearly 15 minutes. Later, each leader from the other 3 groups, that are Shivam, Shubham, and Satyam, will talk for nearly 5 minutes. Then participants from each hall will be given an opportunity for 2 minutes to either discuss or raise their questions on this topic, thought power. So if participants like to participate, then they need to switch. Our discussion will only be in English and Hindi. Other languages will not be entertained. With this, I would like to welcome Saroj ma'am to discuss about this.
Thanks to my masters, they are so sweet, so loving and caring. आज तक जब तक मेडिटेशन में नहीं थे, मैम से मुलाकात नहीं हुई थी, तब तक नहीं जाना था। और आज अपनी खुशियों से मुलाकात की है, तो सिर्फ हमारी मैम और हमारे थॉट पावर के कारण। मेरे दोस्तों, ये थॉट पावर कितना सुंदर मैम ने बताया, ऐसा तीर है, इसको समझ के छोड़ना है। सच में हम सुबह उठते ही सबसे पहले हमारे दिमाग में जो चलता है, वो सारा दिन हमारा बॉडी काम करता है। तो ये हमारे ऊपर है कि हम सोच को सही रखें, क्योंकि अगर हमारी सोच ही सही नहीं होगी तो हम सब गलत काम, पूरे दिन हम गलत काम करते हैं। सुबह उठते ही जैसे हम चाय पीते हैं तो दूध, पानी, चीनी और गैस पे चढ़ा के पीते हैं ना, और जब हम अपनी आंखों को खोलते हैं, इधर उधर देखा, इसको देखा, जब हम शुरू किया, तो होल डे हमारा बॉडी वही काम करता है। तो ये बहुत जरूरी है कि हमारा थॉट पावर स्ट्रॉन्ग हो, और हम जो कुछ भी कहते हैं और करना चाहते हैं, उससे पहले हमें एक क्षण विचार करके करना चाहिए। थॉट पावर में बहुत शक्ति है, ये सर्वशक्तिमान है, और ये हमारे पर पूरे दिन जब काम करता है और जब रिजल्ट देता है, उससे हम फील करते हैं कि हमारे लिए क्या राइट था और क्या रॉन्ग था। अगर अच्छी थॉट रखेंगे तो खुद अच्छे रहेंगे, खुद खुश रहेंगे और स्माइली फेस रहेगा हमारा। और जानते हो, जब नेगेटिव थॉट रखते हैं, चेहरा उदास हो जाता है, कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं लगता है। तो लगता है कि सारा खेल तो हमारी सोच का है, जैसा सोच वैसा मन, क्योंकि मन ने तो काम करना शुरू कर दिया। एक दिन में जो 50 to 60,000 थॉट लेता है, तो उसको हम मेडिटेशन से रिलीज कर सकते हैं, 1 घंटा के ध्यान से। तो मुझे तो यही समझ में आया कि हमें अपनी जिंदगी जीना है तो सही तरीके से जीना होगा। और सबसे अच्छी बात, अपने माइंड को हमेशा स्ट्रांग रखना है। कारण जब हम फील करते हैं कि हम 60 ईयर्स के हो गए, बॉडी में ताकत नहीं है, तबियत ठीक नहीं है, कोई काम नहीं कर पाएंगे, जानते हो, पूरा दिन वैसे ही रहते हैं, डल, टोटली डम। मगर जब हम कहते हैं कि आई एम 60, तो मुझे भी, मैंने अपना एक्सपीरियंस आपसे शेयर किया है, जब मैं फील करती हूँ कि आई एम यंग, मैं सब कुछ कर सकती हूँ, तो सुबह उससे जो ये थॉट मैंने अपने अंदर डाला, उसने काम करना शुरू कर दिया, और मैं पूरे दिन बहुत खुशी के साथ बिताती हूँ। मुझे पता पड़ता है मेरे अंदर इतने न्यूज छिपे हैं, इतने स्टोन छिपे हैं, जिसको मैं सिर्फ मैं ही जान सकती हूँ कि मैं इसको कैसे यूज करूँगी। तो हमारे मन से सबसे पहले हमें अपने मन से डर को निकालना होगा, हर चीज को क्लियरिटी रखना होगा, हर चीज से सोच समझ के काम करना है। अगर हम सोच के नहीं करेंगे, दिमाग में बिना विचार किए गलत सोच रख लेंगे, वो पूरा दिन गलत सोच हमें परेशान करती है, कुछ हासिल नहीं होता। मगर सुबह उठते ही जब हम कहते हैं आई एम पॉसिबल, तो देखिए हमने इम्पॉसिबल वर्ड से आई एम पॉसिबल निकाल लिया और इस पर काम करना शुरू कर दिया। फील कीजिए, जब भी कभी आपको लगे मैं स्ट्रांग हूँ, आप स्ट्रांग फील करेंगे। मैं सबको प्यार करती हूँ और मेरी तरफ वही लोग आकर्षित होते हैं जैसे कि मैं हूँ, क्योंकि मैंने अपने थॉट पावर को बहुत स्ट्रांग बना लिया है। सोच लिया, कोई गलत सोच नहीं रखना है, सिर्फ अपना काम करते जाना है और काम करते करते अपनी जिंदगी हसीन बना लेना है। थॉट पावर में बहुत ताकत है। याद रखिएगा, हमारे एक एक विचार हमारे पूरे दिन बॉडी में काम करते हैं, तो हमको इसको स्ट्रांग बना के रखना है, तो वीक नहीं बनाना माय डियर फ्रेंड्स। वीक बनाते ही हम पूरे दिन वीक होके रह जाते हैं, सारी खुशियों से वंचित रह जाते हैं जो हमारे अंदर है, क्योंकि हमने तो बाहर देखना शुरू कर दिया और बाहर देखते ही हमारे थॉट पावर ने काम करना शुरू किया। और जब थॉट पावर काम करता है तो हमारी बॉडी पे काम एक्शन आने शुरू हो जाते हैं। जैसा कि मैम ने बताया, एक्शन का रिफ्लेक्शन वही थॉट पावर है। हमें बहुत समझ के काम करना है, क्योंकि अगर हम खुश रहना चाहते हैं तो हमारी सोच को, हमारे विचार को सही दिशा दिखानी होगी, और सही दिशा हम अपने साथ बैठकर खुद के साथ रह के अपने आप को गाइड कर सकते हैं। अदरवाइज दुनिया में सृष्टि में ऐसी कोई सोच नहीं बनी है जो कि हमें प्योर बना सके। जब तक खुद के साथ नहीं बैठेंगे, अच्छी सोच नहीं रखेंगे, तो सामने वाले को हम कैसे करेंगे। तो सबसे पहले तो मैं आप सबसे यही कहूंगी, किसी के बारे में भी हम जजमेंट करते हैं तो भीतर से एक आवाज आती है, ये कमी मेरे अंदर है, तो पता है उसके बाद दूसरों की गलती दिखना कम होती चली जाती है। ये थॉट अपने अंदर डाला और विचार किया और इस पर काम किया, तो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स यही थॉट पावर है। जैसे ही सोच वैसा दिन, जैसा हम सोचते हैं वैसा ही पूरा दिन हमारा बीतता है। इसलिए अच्छे से सही सोच रखनी है। कोई भी गलत सोच हमें गलत रास्ते पे ले जाती है। इसलिए जब हम सही सोच रखते हैं और इस पर काम करते हैं तो हम दुनिया के सबसे बेस्ट इंसान है, गॉड है। हम कहते हैं ना हमारे गुरु, मानना मानती है भगवान, जनरेटर, ऑपरेटर, डिस्ट्रॉयर अपनी ही लाइफ के। तो हम कैसे हुए? हमने अपनी सोच सही रखी, इस पर काम किया, इसको ऑपरेट किया, इसको डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं किया। इस पर काम करते करते ही जब हम अपनी लाइफ जीने लगते हैं तो हमें समझ आ जाती है कि मेरी सोच ही मेरा रंग है। अगर मैं गलत सोचती, गलत हो जाता, सही सोचा तो हम अपना नसीब भी अपनी सोच से ही लिखते हैं माय डियर फ्रेंड, सोच से ही लिखते हैं। तो अपने आप को हमेशा यंग एंड स्मार्ट बना करके रखिए, पा लीजिए वो खुशियाँ जो आप डिजर्व करते हो माय डियर फ्रेंड, डिजर्व करते हो। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Saroj ma'am. So I think Deepti ma'am from your same team would be coming up next to talk about thought power from her perspective. Over to you, Deepti ma'am.
Namaste. Namaste, all masters. Namaste, Saroja ma'am. Thank you so much, Saroj ma'am, Lavanya ma'am. It's a great opportunity. The Sanghas itself is a great opportunity to express and to know from our masters. Thought power. So when I say the word thought power, it's giving me a lot of energy. As you all know that we are very keen to revive our lives, empower ourselves. In this journey, I felt that sometimes I felt that my happiness lies outside. If my child is happy, if the people around me are happy, or if I achieve something, or if anyone says something, I feel that I used to be very happy. But that happiness used to be only for some time. Then I have realized, what is this? Where is it going on? Then I thought that it's not that the happiness, whatever are the emotions, whatever is not coming from the outside, it's not impacting me. But I thought that it's my own thoughts. So that is where I realized what is the thought and what is the power of thoughts. Then I started working on myself, where I'm putting my energy. Like our Saroj ma'am said, our beloved Saroj ma'am and our Saroja ma'am said, we are what we think. The quality of our life depends upon the quality of our thoughts. When I'm saying the quality of our life, it does not mean the material possessions. Even I have whatever I achieve in my career, whatever things I have, but do it really gives us happiness? Are we feeling the bliss? Maybe the answer is 50-50. It depends. So it all depends upon our inner self. then what is that inner self is saying? What is that inner self means? So I realized that it's all about our thought process, how we see the things, how we process it, how we take the things. So that is how I realized, masters, what is a thought and what is the power, how we have to focus, what is the importance of the power of the thoughts. So for example, if I want to pour water in a pot, what we see always is the outside, whether it's clean. But sometimes if we, without bothering that whether whatever we're putting into the pot, if we don't bother about whether it is inside, it's clean, what is the result? You will get the dirt from the pot. The water you are the water you are pouring may be clean, but the pot you are pouring into is having the dirt. It is getting polluted. The same way, masters. Here, what I want to say is maybe the outer world has different things, but inner world is clean and pure. Whatever you receive, it will keep inside as it is. But your inner self is full of the negative things, the fears. So it will mix up, and the end result and our emotions also come in the same way. So that is what I have realized, masters. So what I thought is like, I'm saying the thought again. So everywhere when we observe ourselves, I think many times we say thought, thinking, alochana in Telugu we say. So where does all that come from? It's from ourselves only. Like our Sarojama rightly started, we are what we think. Here, we shifted, like ma'am said, like Saroja ma'am all said, whatever it's there in my mind completely. Ma'am said everything. So here, if we stop just at the words like I'm happy, today I'm sad, it will not help, masters. We have to focus on the energy. When we start thinking about or analyzing about our thoughts and the energy level, I feel that it really helps, because every thought has whatever the feelings we have, it has some particular energy that vibrate at particular frequency. So when we start thinking about in this way, I feel that it really helps. It's not only about the words, but we need to focus on our intention should be very strong. When I'm saying very strong, means very strong, masters. Even the outer side world is completely contrast, like ma'am said in our 1,000 Seeds of Joy. Here we all come to experience something in our life. It all depends on what we take. So the only word that I always say to myself is the quality of my life depends upon the quality of my thoughts. Saying this word really helping me to come out of whatever situations I am, and it is giving me a positive perspective of the life. This is my own experience, masters, that I would like to share. So as the many great masters said that when we work from the inside world, the way you see the outside world changes. That's my experience too. With this note, I want to hear a lot from you all, the tips, like whenever we are going, even though we know the power of the thought, but sometimes we may forget it. So what kind of tips we are following, how to, always keep ourselves strong, the positive side. I would like to hear from you all. Thank you for giving this opportunity. So I would like to hand over to our beautiful host, Lavanya Madam. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepti ma'am. So let me welcome Navina ma'am. Navina ma'am, over to you. So your perspectives on thought power.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Lavanya ma'am, Deepti ma'am. Saroj ma'am, thank you so much. Namaste, Saroja ma'am. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Ma'am, it's a beautiful topic today. We have the thought power. Here, everyone knows about the thought power. So our Saroja madam always reminding us like law of attraction. So how it comes to the law of attraction? When we have the thoughts, that the pure thoughts in our mind, it will comes, the law of attraction will be possible for us, right? So same. So in my aspects, so when we have the purified and thoughts, like a purified means pure, it's having pure energy, like a no other slow judgments or nothing in our mind. The pure thought is there, then it will definitely it will be happen to our lives. And also I want to share here like our mm, what it's at in our lives, daily lives. So we so our thoughts so it is reaching to our closed ones. So when you are thinking something in our mind, it will reaching. Suppose even we thought about any crystal children corner points we are thinking, so it is reaching to the Gangadhar sir, or it is reaching to the Dipti ma'am. In that way, when we thoughts that the pure thoughts having that much power, like when we want to share the things, and we want to share the community also, we want to serve the community. When these type of pure things we are doing, the thought having so much power, and we have that so much energy when we are thinking about that activities. And also the thought power here, I want to share in my professional experience also. So so when I am working, suppose my boss is he want to point my work. So when I'm thinking that, so he want to saying something to change me. So I always think in the positive side of it. So he want to, he want to see me in the good aspects, not see me in the every point he want. So when I shared to this one to my friends, they said, why he's behaving with you like that, so you can't bear that. So they said like that, but I always think that, so why I can't see the positive side of him. So our thoughts having more power when what we think, I know but what I want to share is our thought having more power. So we can think in the positive way, and we can think in the negative way. Whatever it is the reason, or whatever the thought will come, but it's having some positive note is there in that thought. We have to follow that positive way. This is my aspect of thought power. And also I want to share something, something like a to the so I can't express that one exactly. So this my the way of thought power. Lavanya ma'am, thank you so much for this giving opportunity. Thank you, Deepti ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Navina ma'am. Here I want to add one point, like our Navina ma'am rightly said, the thought has lots of power. So even sometimes we think in the mind, it will reach to other person. That is how the energy is masters. That is how we are connected to each other. So here, what I want to say, I realized about is actually the problem, whatever we always say, I have a problem, that is not actually, that does not have any problem. Where the problem comes is how we think about the problem.
Yes.
So that is what I realized. Whether it is small or big, or it's always in our hands. That is how the thoughts takes us, whether it's a right way or the wrong way, positive side or negative side. So that much is important, thought masters. Thank you
Which
so
path
much.
we are choosing is the main one.
Yeah.
Which path,
Yes,
the
yes,
thought
yes.
having how much power is there that to that thought, but which path we are choosing. So we are choosing the positive path, or we are choosing the negative path of that. So it not mean by negative thought, but we have so many thoughts.
Depends on how we think.
Yes.
Yeah, if for example the same person, if we take two person, they were when they visit the doctor, and the doctor say maybe they were there in the same condition of the health condition. The doctor says the same thing to every patient, but it depends on how the patient thinks. That is called the placebo effect. We always say that. Now our Gangadhar sir also did a beautiful meditation. Some people, if they have the fear and all, they think that, okay, what I got sick, maybe I will die. What I have to worry. Some people that no, I want to come out of it. They both of them have the same medical condition, but where does it help them to come out of it, and someone to go deeper, like they are suffering again and again. So this all depends on how we think, masters. So placebo effect, or the opposite of the placebo effect, I don't know. Maybe someone can tell me. So this is what I want to say. The problems or happiness, everything, what I realized is it always will be in the stable state only. It all depends on how we think about it or how we take about it. And based on that only, our emotions will come. And based on our emotions, we experience. So experiences, thoughts we get the experiences based on the thoughts, and thoughts based on the experiences. So they all are interlinked. That is what my experience, masters. Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you all masters from Sundaram team. So beautifully explained about this thought power. So the quality of life depends on quality of our thoughts. And so the law of attraction works in either way. Whatever you attract, it attracts, either it may be positive or negative. So prayers can also be reached at any point to any time. So this is what I have learned from our today's discussion from Sundaram team. So now let's hear. Let's see if any of our participants from Sundaram team can raise their hands and share your knowledge, or if you have any question. Yes, Rajani ma'am.
Namaste, everyone. This is my first time joining. I got connected to Saroja ma'am somehow, and then I'm not able to go away from her now. I'm like magnet. She's a magnet for me. My question is, so I know the thought power and all, but how do we keep positive thoughts throughout the day? It's not easy. Though we know the positive thoughts keep us happy, negative thoughts, those are like poison. So we know that. But personally, I am not able to keep my positive thoughts all the time. So just like Deepthi ma'am explained, the pot needs to be clean, and the pot is my brain. And I have so many samskaras, whatever I have built up over time. By knowing that positive thoughts keep me happy, even though I know it, it's not always possible for me because of the condition of the pot. I think meditation will help me keep the daily meditation, like we wash dishes every day. Maybe I need to keep the pot, the mind pot clean through meditation, and then through awareness, keep my thoughts, like through practice and awareness. Maybe I should keep only positive thoughts. That's my take from today. And I
Rajani,
wish
I have to chip in here. I couldn't hold myself back. This is Saroja. Hello, Rajani, and this is what thought power is. This is exactly what was going on in my mind, and I was just waiting for the right time to bring this forward, and I knew it would come. I thought I will just keep quiet and see what happens, and the next speaker was Rajani, who spoke what exactly I was thinking. This is what thought power is. This is one part of the thought power. What an amazing question. The reason this is an amazing question is, yes, we all know thought has power. We all know thought makes our life. We all know what we are is because of our thought. So what do I do about it? What a beautiful question that is. Now Rajani madam is taking this discussion forward couple of steps. It is from theory. Now she's putting it into practice and asking, okay, I know everything you guys are saying. So how do I change my life? How do I manage to keep my thoughts positive? Wonderful. Lavanya madam, I'm very impressed with the question that has come forward. And I can't wait to listen to this discussion. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Saroja ma'am. Thank you, Rajni ma'am. So masters from Sundaram team. So as you have initiated the topic, so do you want to take this first?
I have
Thank you.
I know a
Yeah,
beautiful story, but I don't know the time constraint. I think the story will help us.
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Rajni
please share, ma'am.
Okay. So once upon a time, there was a king. I will shorten it. There was a king, everything going well in his kingdom, everything going good. He fell ill. So they consulted all the doctors. They tried Ayurveda, home remedies, all kinds, but he's not getting any better. So days are passing by. They consulted doctors from the other countries, nearby countries also. but he is deteriorating day by day and nothing is helping him. So one day, one Guruji, one Swamiji was passing by through that country and he heard about this king's illness. So he made a visit to the king. And he said, he looked at him, he observed, he came to know the symptoms and everything. And he said, you should see only green. Seeing green will help you. So they revered this Swamiji. They said they tried everything else. So, okay, let's give it this a try too. So the Swamiji left. And because of the sickness, the king was confined to the one small room. So they could easily change everything to green. They painted the room green, the curtains, everybody who is entering the room, they're wearing green. So slowly, within few days, the king started feeling better. The green is working. So a few days passed by, the king is feeling better. He's taking some food. So once you're feeling good, you want to expand. So he wanted to go to the other rooms too. He's boring. He's getting bored in the one room. So they painted few more rooms. They painted the corridor. They took the precautions to extend this greenness to few more rooms. So the king is getting better and better. So he's eating food, he's walking, he's taking steps. So the few weeks went by, now he wants to get outdoor. So now the problem, it's a big problem. How can we paint the sky? How can we paint the trees, mountains, whatever, birds, animals? How can they do that? So they held a meeting. They were discussing, how do we do this? How do we do this? By that time, the Swamiji who went somewhere, he's on his way back. He wanted to check on the king. I gave him some tip. I want to see how he's improving or not. So he visited, they're very happy. They gave a very warm welcome to the Swamiji. They were very grateful. Swami, your tip is working. The king got very better. Now we have a bigger problem now. He wants to go outdoor and we don't know how to convert the world green. He said, you fools, why don't you give him green glasses? Give him green glasses. How can you paint the entire world? So they were like, oh, how fools we are. So they got him green glasses and then the problem is solved. So just like that, our perception need to be changed. We cannot change the external world, but we need to change ourselves, how we look things, how we look at things. I know all these stories, but I'm not good in practice. So thank you.
Thank you, Rajni ma'am. You have posed the question and you have answered the question as well. So, but still, let us take a master's feedback so that you can get a little more ideas and perspectives. You can use it in your life. First coming with Deepti ma'am. Yeah, go ahead, Deepti ma'am.
Yes. Thank you, Rajni ma'am. Thank you. That's a beautiful question. That's true, actually. We need to accept it. We know, theoretically, we know lots of things, but when it comes to actual practical thing, definitely we will go in another direction. So, masters, in this, what I myself experience is, yes, sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but a lot of masters have joined in the last 5 minutes. Can you guys just quickly tell them the rules as well? Some people could be first timers,
sure,
so they would not understand. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Deepti.
No problem, ma'am. We do it.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please, Lavanya?
Yeah. Let me go. Hi, masters. So whoever joined late, so let me just give the guidelines once again so that you will be able to sync what is happening. So there are 4 halls, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, and Shubham. So every hall has pre-assigned leaders to lead the hall. So our coordinators have already renamed and divided all the participants into the above 4 halls. So discussion will be amongst the 4 halls, which is already, it's a great fun, you can see. And today's topic is thought power, which was initiated by Sundaram team. So here today's Navina ma'am, Deepti ma'am, and Saroj ma'am are our group leaders from that particular group. So they are sharing their views. So So later we will be giving chances to other leaders as well from Shivam, Shubham, Satyam. But in the meanwhile, after now Sundaram team has completed. So once Sundaram team has completed, an opportunity would be given to the participants so that the participant can either ask the question or they can share about it for 2 minutes. So it will be better if we can stick to this topic, that is thought power. And if participants want to participate, then we request you to switch on your videos and please do raise your hands. And most important, today's discussion here in this platform is only in English and Hindi. So other languages will not be entertained. Thank you.
Thank you, Lavanya madam. Sorry, Dipti madam, you may continue.
No, ma'am. No, no, sorry, please. Thank you. Thank you, Lavanya ma'am and Sajid ma'am. Rajni ma'am, that's actually whatever the question you asked, I think everyone, we are facing the same. I am also still in process of learning. So in this process of learning, what I understood is, as I told, the quality of thoughts depends on the quality of the life. So the quality of thoughts means quality of the words, what we are feeding into your mind, that goes into your subconscious mind. When I say that I am weak, I am weak, I am weak. If I say I want to, for example, if I got a problem, if I say I'm feeling so weak, I'm feeling so weak, how the energy that flows, put the attention, your energy will lower, right? If I say that I want to become strong, when you say yourself, I am strong, the problem is same, but how the words we use also make a lot. For example, in the same, like you said that I'm unable to practice it. I know I want to do it, but it is the same thing if we replace with, I will do it. I got this particular opportunity to learn. So whenever we are getting that negative thought, it is a seed. Sometimes I think we need to say like thanks to the negative thought too, because it helps us to grow more. In that way, if we accept the situation and start the way you think, definitely it helps masters. So I feel that the words which we use and the words which we tell to ourselves also matters a lot, because the subconscious mind don't know what is right or wrong, but it just takes whatever we are putting into our mind. So I think the words which we use to ourselves matters a lot. For that, what we have to do is that is, I don't know, but I'm practicing it. I'm still in learning process. That helped you, which I want to share you. That's what the positive affirmations comes into the place. So whenever the positive affirmation comes into the place, it's not that I'm good, I want to happy. It's not that. Put your strong intention to what you say, visualize it. For example, if I want to be beautiful today, I just close my eyes, I want to be beautiful. No, completely visualize how you want to be. Just 1 second, 1 minute for us. We do a lot to many the people around us. Just 2 minutes. It can be, it's not like a particularly only after morning you wake up or before night we need to say these affirmations or positive words to ourselves. Whenever you're getting that making you feel bad or making you feel weak, immediately replace with the positive things that make you feel happy. That is how I think we are energizing our thoughts. There is no time for that. There is no place for that. That is what I experienced, masters. Hope it helps you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dipti ma'am. I think Gangadhar sir. Okay, Saroj ma'am, you can go ahead. You can go ahead and share your thoughts.
एक्चुअली मैं यही बोलूँगी कि जो हमारे फीलिंग्स होती है, एक्सपीरियंस होते हैं, वो हम हमेशा आगे बढ़ाते हैं. जैसा कि मैंने एग्जांपल दिया, रंजनी मैम ने बताया, तो इसीलिए.
I'm sorry, ma'am. The resound, ma'am. Resound. The voice is not clear, Saroj, ma'am. Can you be a bit closer to the phone, please?
Yeah. मतलब मेरा कहना ये है कि कुछ भी करते हैं तो हमें अपने अनुभव के आधार पे करना है. सिर्फ सुनने से नहीं होगा. हम फील करेंगे व्हाट इज राइट फॉर अस एंड व्हाट इज रॉन्ग फॉर अस, और उसके ऊपर जब हम काम करते हैं तो हमारा थॉट भी स्ट्रांग होता जाता है. क्योंकि हमें मालूम पड़ जाता है कि अगर किसी को हम प्यार करते हैं तो हमें क्या एक्सप्रेशन मिल रहे हैं. अगर एंग्री रहते गुस्सा करते हैं तो हम कैसा फील करते हैं. हमारी सारी एनर्जी खत्म हो जाती है. तो मैं यही कहूंगी कि हमारा एक्सपीरियंस हमें आगे बढ़ाता है. हर चीज को फील करना, उस पर वर्कआउट करना, तभी हम स्ट्रांग बन सकते हैं. खाली सुन करके हमारा मन एक्सेप्ट नहीं करता है कि कैसे हम इसको एक्सेप्ट कर लें, मगर जब तक हम फील नहीं करेंगे हमें कुछ समझ नहीं आता। इसीलिए हम हमारे मास्टर्स भी हमें एवरी टाइम एग्जाम्पल दे दे करके स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाते हैं और बताते हैं कि अब टाइम आ गया है कि तुम खुद काम करो, हम तुम्हें गाइड कर चुके हैं, अब इसके ऊपर काम करना है। तो मुझे तो यही लगता है कि हमारे थॉट तभी अच्छे होंगे जब हम अपनी सोच को सही रखते हैं। तो सोच को सही रखने के लिए हमें पहले फील करना पड़ेगा कि इससे हमें क्या फीलिंग आता है और इससे इस थॉट से हमें क्या फीलिंग आते हैं, और वही चीज हमें स्ट्रांग बनाती है। अगर नेगेटिव आता है तो उसको हम इग्नोर करेंगे, पॉजिटिव आता है तो हमारे चेहरे पे मुस्कुराहट आ जाती है। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Saroj ma'am. Thank you. Now comes
Lavanya madam.
Yes.
Lavanya madam, I really have to say that this discussion is going in such a beautiful manner. I'm loving it. इतने सुंदरता से आगे जा रहा है ये डिस्कशन मास्टर्स। आप लोग का एनर्जी पूरा प्लेटफॉर्म में भर गया है, तो कीप इट गोइंग, इट्स गोइंग वंडरफुली वेल। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Saroja ma'am. Over to you, Gangadhar sir.
Thank you, Lavanya madam. Thank you, Saroja madam, for this opportunity. Really, the discussion is going very well. Yeah, there's a beautiful question. How do we keep our thoughts positive? So, has the story also, which Rajni madam just narrated, change the view of our world. How do we change our view of our world? So the main intention we actually also do meditation is also go inwards, right? So we keep on saying let's go inward, but what is there inside us, which nobody can see? Our emotions also can be seen by others, our actions can be seen by others. What others can't see is our thoughts. And sometimes we don't even realize that our thoughts matters, and we keep on thinking in ourselves repeatedly. It might be negative thoughts or whatever it is, one thought after other. We are habituated, like it's like a drugs or something else, like where we are keep on thinking. um, but how do we change that? Because when we joined in this platform, first thing and the main thing which I always remember, which Saroja madam told, is observe the gap between the thoughts. And as you observe the thoughts, that gap keeps on increasing. So the main thing which we should do is observe our thoughts. And then the next thing which we have to do is don't believe in your thoughts. Like whether if it is a negative thought, whatever we believe, then that adds to that power, right? So if you just observe, you don't respond to it, you don't react to it. If you don't react to that thought comes and goes. That way we can reduce our thoughts. And also, like we also know that our mind is like a garden and the thoughts are seeds. So if we leave if we leave our garden like that, all the weed can cover the soil. Or if we can plant some beautiful flower plants or whatever it is, intentionally, consciously you're planting something, then that soil will be covered with beautiful view. And that's how then there is no place for the weed to spread. So that's how we need to intentionally, like surround the positive people around us or the positive news. We should stop looking at the social media news where a lot of negativity is there. And then even when we are discussing, like I always remember, like whenever I start talking negative, my wife Navina, she never she just says, why you're already starting talking negative. That is how, like whenever we go into that way, we should have that reminders in us to come back to our positive track. Like whatever we do, like this Sanghas itself is a best example how we can have positive thoughts in our life. Like these discussions, everything that fills the space in our life with positive things. Even the community work is a positive thing. And as Saroja Madam always says, it's not for others that we are doing that. It's for ourselves. We are filling our life with those positive things, which will help us to reduce the negative things. So whatever community work we do, whatever discussion we do, like even sometimes what other people do, we don't like that because it's not our way. So then we start thinking negative. But we should understand, like, it's up to their capability that they are behaving like that. It might be some different situations that they are behaving like that. It might be their understanding that they are talking like that, or it might be like for our benefit only they are talking like that. We don't know, like it's like an experience for us, like what Saroja Madam in Thousand Seeds of Joy session also told, that we should thank them for the experience. We should be gratitude to them that they gave this experience. This is not us. So whenever we feel negative about others, that means that is not our personality, but we are able to see that. That means we have to thank them. So gratitude is the one most important thing to feel positive in our life. Like whenever we think negative, just think positive about ourselves and others. Then if we keep on thanking for the things we have and whatever positive there in others, then that way we can increase that positiveness in our life. Although we have affirmations, we have these so many techniques, like the breathing techniques, all those things are there to reduce our negative thoughts. But the main thing is we have to change the view of the world, as in explained in the even Thousand Seeds of Joy session by Saroja Madam. In our third chakra, we have to change the view of the world to positive. Then how do we change that? Is mainly how we look. Like whatever things we don't like, maybe we feel negative, there might be some reason behind that, and so we keep on thinking on positive things. That positive things will increase. And I'm sure, like, it's not like a one switch that we put and then all the negative will turn into positive, but it takes a lot of time to accept the situations and keep on improving by that. And I'm sure, like, whoever have joined this session or definitely are in the track of thinking positively, they are in this positive track also. Saroja Madam, I remember in Thousand Seeds of Joy session, she told like yoga nidra. What does it mean by yoga nidra? Like how the divine beings will be in yoga nidra means they don't think unnecessarily. They only think when something is to be created. So when we are able to reduce our thoughts, that itself explains that we are making our thoughts positive. Then whatever is required, then if we are thinking, then we are able to manifest that very quickly. Yes, that's it for me. Thanks, Lavanya Madam. Thank you.
Oh my God, extremely beautiful, Lavanya. I have to jump in because I can't contain my happiness. This is what I feel, when people on this platform start with such amazing topics that shows the caliber of the people. See, the thoughts show who we are. This is what we are talking about, isn't it? That who we are is our thoughts. The mere fact that the topic is power of thought itself shows who you all are. It's not a joke to take this topic, masters. Thought power. Who would have even thought that this is a topic for discussion? But you people could think. That means there is something going on here where people think that, yes, thought matters. That itself is wonderful to start with. And on top of that, amazing, 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 amazing opinion and feedback and your recap, Gangadhar. It really made me happy. In fact, I'm jumping with joy. I'm honestly jumping with joy, masters. How you people are able to collect everything that you have heard from time to time and trying to bring at a point where you need it. World view, what an amazing thing we are thinking of. Everything is in our world view only. Like Dipti Madam said, I want to do something, I'm not able to do something. that will always keep you thinking that you can't do it. But once if you think you have already done it, then see how the energy says, I want to be good, I am good. There is difference between the two. Wanting is one thing and being is one thing. So a beautiful contrast that Saroj madam and Deepti madam brought in, saying think about things that you already are in. Instead of trying, just feel that you are in that space. And then the Gangadhar sir, the way he took it forward multiple notches is world view. Everything, your thought changes with what your world view is. If you think everyone is running after you to deceive you, to cheat you, then your thoughts will be accordingly. Your thoughts will be scary. Your thought will be of survival. Instead, for 1 minute, if we can force ourselves to think that, everyone loves me. If everyone, there is no enemy, just for a minute, if we can just even pretend, immediately that will impact our thought. And absolutely beautiful, Gangadhar. I'm so happy that you brought the Yoga Nidra topic. Really, it is so important. Why avatars and great beings don't keep thinking all the time? Because they know they are highest divine energies. If they put one thought out, they know it will immediately manifest. We can't see it because there is a gap between our manifestation and our thought. That is the 3-dimension trick, beauty, and challenge as well. There is a big gap between our thought and manifestation. Hence, we can't see or we can't feel the importance of our thought. But those divine beings know how important their thought is. So they don't keep thinking unnecessarily, do I fill in my water bottle? Don't I fill my water bottle? Do I do it now? For us, everything is a big thought. I'm sitting here. I've got this water bottle, masters. I'm not making it up. I've got a water bottle here, which is almost 1/8 full. I know I'm going to feel thirsty, but I'll be thinking, should I do it now or just after Deepti madam's discussion? Because I'm so addicted to this discussion going on. But honestly, if you want water, it will come to you. You don't have to go filling it. It will come to you. Somebody said this. If you want to be rich, does not mean that you have to work 24 hours a day. It is the intention. If you put it, the outcome will come itself. You don't think how. That's not your problem. That's universe's problem. You have to put your thoughts completely being aware of what you want and leave it there. And that is what Yoga Nidra is. We all can be in Yoga Nidra, masters. Only think when we want to. See, I couldn't stop myself. People are amazing and think absolutely perfect points you people are raising. Guys, keep it going. This is not a small topic. This is an amazing topic. Thank you, Lavanya.
Thank you, madam. I also now just remember that the way you told, like the parachute view, you always say, like whenever you are in problems, just go above that. Like if you go into the sky, then everything is small to you. That parachute view we all should practice. And also I wanted to just tell that yesterday I was just joking, like with Navina, whatever she has, she thinks she has more. Like in her account, she has this much amount. She says,
Yes.
that I have so much amount I have. Whenever, even those people who are millionaires, those have this much account, they don't think like. So I
Yes.
told, you are very rich in mind. I told, you always feel that abundance. You were joking. We are laughing whole day yesterday.
This is beautiful, Gangadhar. What
Yes.
Navina is extremely beautiful. Because it's all in thought. If you have 100 million and if you still feel like a pauper in your thoughts, you are a pauper. But even with $1,000, if in your thought world, if you can be happy, you are a rich person. Lavanya madam or somebody who is coordinating here today, can you please start taking down these points that we are getting so that in the end you can summarize about these thought powers. Every point that is coming today is amazing. So please, can somebody, I'm hoping Lavanya madam is busy by anchoring, but Jaya madam or someone, if you
Yes,
can
ma'am. Jaya,
note
ma'am.
down.
Yeah.
It will be amazing to have a summary and then we can share that summary in the groups as well, masters. Thank you. Amazing, amazing. Beautiful, masters. Love you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Just we discussed yesterday about inner rich. That's thing today it happening. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Saroja ma'am. So I think there are two more participants who would like to share their view. So let me go ahead and ask Durgamba ma'am. Ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, madam. Namaste, madam. Namaste, all my masters. Namaste, Sarojini, madam. Madam, before I am before dhyanam, I am always thinking I am inferior. I have no power. Whatever I expenses amount, it is sufficient or insufficient. Thinking these thoughts are I am releasing. Those I am experienced after hearing Sitayaram and Thousand Seeds of Joy, all other audios, and also Dhyanam. With Dhyanam, I came to know I am the responsible for everything in my life. I create my life. Those after I change, even I have 1 rupee. Now I thought that release I had 1 crore rupees. So now I am getting everything positively. Positive mind is appearance. I am also happy in the society. Now I never feel I am inferior. I am having confidence. Whatever I can do, I will do and show it. This is now I have got that confidence. So our thoughts are creating our life into experience also that I had.
Yes, masters. I can vouch for Durgamba madam. I know this master personally. And last year, she was, guys, can you hear my voice? I thought Durgamba madam got stuck, so I took over. Yeah. And I know this madam personally,
Experience.
full of
Now,
doubts, full of thoughts.
madam.
Durgamba madam is back. I'll let her talk. Go ahead, madam.
I am
we
fall
can't-
down. But even 1 minute I will pick up, madam. That is my views, madam. Thank you, madam.
Yeah, so I was continuing about this madam. Masters, personally, I've been with Durgamba madam in her journey in the last 2 years. And a very different person who came onto this platform. She's a very well educated, she's a lawyer, she's doing a great job. That doesn't matter. She doubted herself with all the experience she went through. She went through a very challenging life. She lost her son and many more. And at that point of time, she joined this platform and she looked at the masters around and she thought, no, I can change my life. And masters, I won't go into her story in detail because it's personal. But in a matter of few months, this madam is doing miraculous things. She's trying to serve the community from a point where she was thinking she was a victim. Now she is trying to help hundreds and thousands around at the place where she lives. So this is thought power, my dear friends. If you think you are a victim, you are a victim. She talked to me several times saying, why, madam, it's happening to me. And after a couple of discussions, she realized, if I sit like that, thinking I'm a victim, I'll be victim all my life. And today she's the most happiest person. She says, you've all heard in her words. And it really gives me so much pleasure when all these masters come and tell their opinion about such great topics. Thank you, Lavanya madam.
Thank you, Saroja ma'am. Over to Sushma ma'am.
Namaste Sarojama and Namaste all masters. I want to share one story which I listened in my childhood. It's all about the thought process. Once there is a king and a mantri. They are very best friends and they had a very good kingdom. And one day, like king is cutting an apple and he cut his whole finger and he lost the finger. That thing was like mantri saw that thing and he said, that's okay, it's for our own good. It's a very good thing, he said. The king got angry at him and he presented the mantri and hired a new mantri for his kingdom. And another day, the king went to the forest for hunting and he was very tired and slept under the tree. At that time, the tribal people came there and took the king and kept him as a prisoner. At one full moon day, they want to kill the king for the god. It's the tribe thing. So they feed the king every day very healthy food and everything. At the last full moon day, they want to kill him for in front of the god. So they are giving him a bath. They saw he didn't have the finger. So at that time, they release the king. They don't want to do that thing because he's not full. At that point, he realized for every whatever happens, it's for our own good. And he realized what he did for the mantri and came back to the mantri and said sorry and told everything, whatever happened in the forest and everything. And he apologized and said, are you angry at me? The mantri said, I'm very happy, I'm in the prison for these days. Why you are so happy? He said, if I'm not in the prison, I'll come with you. And they used to kill me because I have everything with me. So this story I always remember in my life. If anything negative happens, I'll just remember it's for our own good. This thought process made me win my life. I experienced it. I just want to share my thoughts on this. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sushma.
Wow, so beautiful, Sushma. Thank you for bringing in that great wisdom. Masters, Sushma Madam, a great master who is speaking today. It's her from inner wisdom is speaking, her inner experience is speaking. So what she's saying is just not a story, Master. She may be expressing it as a story, but there's a lot more going on in her life, or which has gone in her life, where she has applied all this and come out of it. So it's such a beautiful story, because this is one of the answers to Rajni Madam's wonderful question is, how do we change our thoughts? Yes, we know we need to change our thoughts, but how do we do it? And one beautiful answer, by thinking that whatever is happening has a reason, happening for good, then you go with your thought. You feel great, of course. And to add that, I can add my experience too. You all know, in 2018, I had a major accident. I broke my leg. I broke my leg in 3 places. It was a multiple fracture and a lot of things. You guys know, I wrote an article in Dhyan Jagat as well. They said they had to put a rod in it. Of course, I didn't go with it. I just went against it. I said, no, I'll let it heal itself. 3 months stuck to bed. And everyone was sympathizing with me. You're such a busy person. You got so much going on. 3 months for you staying in bed. How are you going to do it? And Masters, wonders happened in those 3 months. A whole platform, a whole community platform initiated in those 3 months. Beautiful masters across the world came and joined in those 3 months. So this is one of the ways we can think of. When you think, why things are going all negative, why my thoughts are going negative, just try to think. There could be a lot positive there, which we are not aware of. And then the happiness comes itself. So thank you, Sushma Madam. I love your version. I love your
Thank you,
aspects.
Thank you, Ma. Yeah.
Thank you, Saroja ma'am. So are there any participants who would like to join in this conversation? From Shubham, Sailusha. Yes, ma'am, Sailusha. Yeah.
Yeah, namaste to all the masters, and I'm feeling very happy to be participating in this session. And I would like to share my own experience here. The thing is, before meditation, I don't know my what I'm thinking, what I'm experiencing, what's going through my life, because I don't know spirituality at that time. So I experienced a lot of sadness, difficulty things in my entire life. And before meditation, I felt like the person, if the person is good, they will get more difficulties. So I believed in that pattern. I used to talk like that only. So actually at the time of inter, I just got kind of a fever and some menstrual problems and more problems came, and then I wrote exams. And so my sister said to me that as you are experiencing these difficulties before any important sessions, before any important things in your life, so it might be continue like that. It means that if there is any important if there is any important thing for me to do, before that there should be a difficulty. That is not my belief pattern. So it kept on continuing it through my entire life. For nearly 8 years from that believing pattern, I used to experience all kind of difficulties in my life. And then suddenly after getting so much of difficulties and the health problems, and due to a thought that I should come out of it, just with that situation, I just realized that I should come out of it. I just want to be happy. What is the reason why I am facing these many difficult situations like this? Then I attended the Saroja Ma'am's session, how meditation changes life. Uh, I I got an entire concept of the spirituality in that single session. Then in that particular session, Ma'am said that why you are getting difficulties, why it's all happening. Then man said that because of lack of awareness we are having all. What is awareness means? That every thought that we are thinking, that will be becoming our reality. So I just got shocked with her that sentence, and I used to apply it to my life. And that from watching that point of time, I'm applying it to my life. And then some miraculous thing that has happened in my life is when I keep on observing what I'm thinking, what I'm thinking, what I'm thinking. So since that time, after watching that video till now, hardly 3 to 4 times I have felt sad. The rest of all the time, I felt very, very happy with my life. And one more thing is, before knowing that that thought has having that much power, and I used to get that. For example, if there is any disease in our body, and if we are keep on thinking it, it will get aggressed, and the situation will become furthermore worse. But I didn't know it. Before knowing the knowledge of the third power, I used to think like, why I am, what is having, why I'm feeling like this, what is this disease, why I'm going so. I always keep on thinking about the disease only. Then that disease got much more, means like it become more aggressive and become vast on my body. So after knowing that point only, I removed my thought on that disease, and I came to accept it, and just surrendered my life to the present situation. So what I'm trying to tell you is the thought, for every thought there is a great enormous power. Thought, it leads to creation. For every creation or for every destruction, thought is the main thing. For example, this session is going on. What is the first thing it might be happened with the thought that there should be a Sanghas and we should think on the good topics like that. So for every creation and for every destruction, thought is the main thing, or the like the basic point in our every life. And I used to think like I'm not looking beautiful, I'm not looking beautiful all the time because of having that kind of parenting with lack of spiritual knowledge, or whatever it may be. Now I'm facing the circumstances, and now I'm trying to after came to know the power of thought. Now I'm trying to that I'm looking beautiful, I am good. I'm experiencing a contrast in now, contrast experiences now, but I'm with the thought power. I try to change, and the change is happening in my life, and the healing also started for me. So that's the thing. Thank you very much, Saroja Gulapalli ma'am. And what I'm saying is, with the thought, we can create a beautiful life and a happiness, joyous life in each and everyone if we keep on observing that what's going on in our mind. That's what I can say. Thank you so much.
Master, again, I have to give a little bit of clarification. This, what the madam that you're hearing now, Shailush, very, very recently, she has joined the platform. It hasn't been long. But what I wanted to share is this madam's thought power is immense, to the point that whatever knowledge she has been taking, she has taken it so seriously that all the things that we are talking through Sitayanam or through Thousand Seeds of Joy, she's already experiencing in her life. You know, this is a great opportunity to tell about this great madam. She literally feels the energy of Mahalakshmi, Devi Mahalakshmi every minute. So we all are listening to Thousand Seeds of Joy. Sometimes we have questions, isn't it? That, you know, all these divine beings who are talking to Ananda Karnesh, is it really true, or is he just coming up with some story? This is a practical example, a true example in front of us. This madam literally talks to Mahadevi Lakshmi almost on a daily basis. She shares her experience every day to me. I am taking this opportunity to introduce this great master in front of everybody. Never underestimate. See, if you look at her, does she look like a big channeling master or anything? Nothing. She looks like an average woman like you and me. But we cannot judge a book by its cover. There is a treasure inside this madam. And so well spoken about thought power. Thank you, Amma. Thank you very much. We are so proud to have you here.
Thank you so much, Saroja ma'am. It's all because of you only. I'm representing you. I'm representing your wisdom, your knowledge, and it's totally you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sailusha ma'am. Now, Shweta ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Hi everyone. I guess this is the first time I'm talking in front of like the live in the group. Yeah, I see Saroja ma'am's YouTube videos all the time. Yeah, but yeah, when I was kid, like I used to be happy and like very cheerful, joyful, like even I get less marks, I still used to be happy that yeah, I passed. But once I've been like growing and like doing my graduation, masters, and coming here, like working with the kids and their dropping, pickup, like whatever, like all the small things, I used to be really stressed for small things. Like when after joining Saroja madam's videos, like I started thinking myself, like whenever I see dishes, like I used to be, I have to do some dishes, like it's like a half-hour show to me. But now I feel like, oh, I have some time to listen to some of the videos here, like yeah, some of the audios here. Like if the thought process changes, I absolutely like all the madam saying here, and like the yeah, we just change ourselves, like yeah, it's very happy to like think in the positive way, and it gives us more energy and more courage and more like willingness to do more and more. Like yeah, simple things make us stress sometimes, but like in one of the videos, like Saroja Gulapalli ma'am said, like just think what happened, what is happening in your head, like what's happening in your shoulders, like what's happening in your heart. Like when I started feeling that, it's like simply nothing, like it's just like my thoughts, it's going on and going on and going on. But if you stop it at one point and if you start thinking like positive about you or the or any person, if you're thinking negative about them, just start thinking positive about things, the whole world changes for you, and whole, I mean, your behavior changes. And I'm so happy, ma'am, like with all the videos you share to us, like in the YouTube, like we just watch like all the videos of you, like Thousand Seeds of Joy, like Untold Story of Sita, and we are so happy and very blessed to have you, ma'am, like in our lives. Like our life process is changing, our thoughts are changing, and yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
Wow, it didn't appear, madam, you're speaking for the first time. Feels like you're such a great public speaker. See how much we underestimate about ourselves. The amount of depth of wisdom you shared with us I'm so happy. You all must be thinking, what did she say? Such simple things. Simple, that is what the life is. Keep it as simple as possible. Yeah, they call it KISS principle. Keep it simple. But what Madam said was, again, the thought. Earlier, she was thinking how complicated my life is, how stressful my life is. Nothing changed. All it changed was her perspective and thoughts, thinking that, oh my God, dishes, I get more time to listen to another video. And actually, I also have to admit, Madam, I also do like you only. Anything, any work I'm doing, I know I should be in present, aware, but there is so much I have to do. So parallelly, I keep listening to every beautiful thing that you all people say. Even right now, I'm kind of doing 3 things and listening to your beautiful words. And again, it is the same thing. I could say, look, I'm in India, my mom is sick, I'm not able to really participate in everything. Or I can say, doesn't matter if I can't be 100%, at least 30% I can hear to people. Beautiful. The way thought power works is how you want it to be. Wonderful, Madam. You're not a first-time speaker. You have spoken many times in many lives, and you're a maestro. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. So any other participants who would like to share your views? It's quite an interesting topic. I think we all would have some or the other thing where we can share. Come on, masters. Please do raise your hands. You can say whatever topic or trick which you are using in your life to either to move your thought from one thought to other, or what is the strong thing at your end if you have any kind of trouble, or if you want to increase your confidence or anything else, any thought which you want to, you can share it here so that all other masters can benefit from it, and we can take the
Lavanya, Madam, I would like to add one.
Yes, ma'am, please go ahead.
So, masters, I do this sometimes, this might help some people. What I do is, like we all think, challenges, tough times, no matter where you are in the life, we all have tough situations. So I try to use my thought power in another way, by what wisdom I'm learning along with you. So what I do is I think, I'm getting this difficult time because I'm quite an evolved soul. So now I've given this difficult challenge to myself so that I can pass this grade and then go on to the next grade. And the moment I start looking from that perspective, honestly, this is my personal secret with this group. I know the ego comes up for a minute thinking that, oh, I'm an evolved soul, but I feel good, masters. I feel good that whatever is happening to my life is happening because I'm evolved, because I'm at that stage that I can handle it, because nothing will come to me that I can't handle. And this has come for a purpose. And the more I think about it, I think, wow, I smile within myself, honestly, because I can't share with everyone around me. They won't understand. So I feel quite good sometimes. So that is it. I'm so evolved. Yes, you can say, Madam, that is ego. But for that minute, I let my ego come up and then feel good about it and think, okay, that's all right. I can handle it. So again, that is my thought power itself. I can be victimized and thinking why it is happening to me, or I can just, like Gangadhar sir said, take a bird eye view, just get out of my problem, go a couple of steps back and think in my lifetimes, thinking, wow, I wonder where I am in my evolution cycle, in my Atma Chakra, soul cycle, and I feel good. No, this is all happening because I'm quite evolved. Masters, we can cheat that little bit sometimes to get over what we are going through. And then you will have good perspective about awareness, about ego. We can't always be 100% in full-fledged thinking. Sometimes we have to balance our life with different kinds of perspective. Anyway, that's my secret. I thought, Lavanya, Madam, I just talk from that perspective. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your wonderful secret so that we can also use it in our lives. Thank you for sharing it. We have quite a few participants who have raised their hand, and the leaders as well. So whoever come up first.
Yeah, Lavanya ma'am, it's Jaya.
Yes, ma'am, please go ahead.
Yeah, I just would like to add a point with Saroja ma'am. When Saroja ma'am said her secret is like when she's feeling a little bit low, she feel like she's evolve. She just gets the thought. The same thing when I hardly feel low, but whenever I feel low, I just feel like I'm a divine soul. So that moment I can feel how my energy level just rise up like anything. So I feel like I jump in joy. So I just would like to add with Saroja ma'am's point. So that's what I just raised the hands. Thank you for the opportunity, Lavanya ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaya ma'am, for sharing your secret. So upcoming who?
Sorry,
Let's
Lavanya madam, can we go with the next group leader so that we
Just a
can
minute,
take
sir.
the next group after the next group sharing their thoughts, thought power?
Sure, sir. Okay. Okay. Who is the next the group which is coming up? Is it
Shubham.
Shubham? Okay.
Shubham.
Shubham, leaders from Shubham, who is going to come up first?
I think Sujata ma'am, she's raised her hand.
Okay, Sujata ma'am, over to you.
Namaste, masters, and namaste, Amma. Really, the flow is it's so smooth and so fantastic, actually, as all the masters said. And I just want to add here something. Masters, as Gangadhar said, it's a bird view, and to this I want to attach the view of the Rajni ma'am. Okay, means the way she asked, means how can we, means at times we know that we are thinking in the wrong way or in the negative way, but still we do that. Why? And here I want to just go with the bird view, as our sessions have just went, ma'am, because we have done surrenderance and awareness, both topics, right, in our Sanghas, and of course in Telugu and Hindi. But there, please be easy, just because it's an evolving process. So nothing like that, means it is don't get hard on yourself when you have that tough times or negative thoughts. What all we can do is, of course, beyond awareness also, if we are having such thoughts, just get surrendered there. That is what we have discussed, right, in our previous sanghas and everything. So there, our thought process automatically it gets aligned with our divine plan. And of course we are divine. That's what I want to say. And yes, beautifully it's going on. And all the thoughts are how beautifully they are synchronized in between us in the group also as well. We are able to see, and how beautifully the simple thought, that is which means the very starting point stream that has started like a river to have this sanghas or discussion, or to have the BYM itself. So that process right now, it's has taken a huge vast shape of river, and it's flowing like anything, Jivanadi, Jivadhara. So that's what I can see, full of life and full of yes, we can explore. That's it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, masters, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Sujata ma'am. Thank you so much. So about the surrender, you have brought the surrender, which was left over. So good, bringing it up. Thank you. And so now let's see, anyone from Shubham participants would like to come in and ask any question or like your knowledge. Come on, participants. I mean, it's such an easy and it's an interesting topic. Like we would always have one or the other thought. We would wonder like, why is it getting, how can I overcome? So it's your chance now. You can ask it and you can get your answers. It's like, it's not an answer, it's a different perspective. So you can use it in either situations or when other situations comes up. So it's a quite an interesting platform. So come on, masters, you can please do raise your hands. In the meanwhile, if anyone from Shubham leaders, Priya ma'am, do you want to add anything here? Your perspective? Okay, let's move on to next Satyam from Satyam. I think Jaya ma'am, do you want to add anything else here?
Yes, please. Yeah, thank you, Lavanya ma'am. Firstly, my sincere gratitude to Saroja ma. Yeah, my perspective on thought power, like how the thought power works, as everyone says, you know what, how we think, but so we are. So we always sow the right thoughts, like a positive, you know. For me, I believe like the love is the most powerful high frequency thought, which we can use the maximum, so that like forgiveness and love. So I always think in positive way, whatever it happens, like I always being loveful to anyone, so that just reacts, so like that reflects in a positive way. So that's what I feel like. In my perspective, I feel that love is the most high frequency thought, and that has a like superpower which helps to hold, you know, even if we are in a situation where we cannot think anything, like any negative thoughts comes up, then we just think in the right way with so much love, and that just that time that makes a difference in the process. And also everyone say, like the right thought, the right intention. So when we have the intention is with the right thought, and rather we just take it in another way, or just move on with that, it will definitely manifest. So for that, I just would like to share the recent experience which happened actually just few months back, nearly 2 to 3 months. I'm a working woman. I have 2 boys, but always since I moved to Australia, don't have any family to help, you know, to raising my children. So I always being a housewife. So at one point I just started working, but in my mind, it's always there. When the holiday comes, I want to stay with my children. So I don't want to work during that time. So I was looking for that job which is really in that kind of atmosphere. So then for the past few months, I just had a thought, like I would like to switch my career into schooling, like a environment. Then like recently last week, I just got a advertisement position which is matching for my career. So in that last moment, I just applied. That 12 o'clock is the set time, but around 11:30, I just lodged the application, and nothing was ready. But when I saw that advertising, I just felt it, that job is for me, because everything, the criteria just matched like anything, and which is very close by, and everything was so like close to my thing. So I just applied. You wouldn't believe, the following day, I just received the call for an interview, just like a shortlisted. I couldn't even believe. Again, Wednesday was my day off. If it is a working day, I wouldn't have even attend the call. But the time, like I couldn't just believe. But I just felt when I just submitting the application, that job is for me. Maybe that right, because my intention is like, I don't want to work during the holidays. When if I work, I feel like whenever I ask for, like I ask for unpaid leave during my work time, for holiday time. So when it happens, then I felt, even when the interview, just the following Wednesday, I had my interview, and like the following Thursday, I was just selected. So I could just not even believe. And the interview, this is the first time. I normally, you know, when we go for an interview, we have like some sort of panicking and excitement, things like that. But I can't just believe that I did everything. It's just like very simple, like it's not even like a formal interview, how I gave my interview, and like how I got selected. It is all just, I just cannot believe. Maybe then I just felt, because I like visualized everything as if, you know, I'm going to that school, I'm working, I'm with that child, everything I was just visualizing before I got that job. But the Thursday, then I got my agreement, everything, I got things. So I'm just starting next week. I just can't believe within a week time everything happened. So I think this is the right time and the right topic. So I could just relate with my thought power, how it works. So this is my sharing, my dear masters. yeah, how the thoughts work. So when the thought is really intention and it's really meaningful, it will definitely but it manifest. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you, Lavanya ma'am.
Wow.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, go ahead, Saroja ma'am.
Jaya madam, that was such a great summary of your life as well as your thoughts. Yes, I do know because you shared this experience with me personally when we met after the New Year's, and I was so happy when you said how you were using your thought power to really achieve what you want in life. Fantastic. And you started this conversation with a great line saying, yes, I do this, but my low points are very few. So good to hear that you are at a stage in life where you can really say confidently that I hardly have low points because of your thought power, madam. Even if you had a low point, I don't think you ever think it as a low point. So you don't realize that you are ever going through a low point. That is what life is. If you think you're going through worst time, yes, you are going through worst time because you're believing it. And because of your belief, your life is full of abundance. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Very happy. Thank you, Lavanya madam.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jaya ma'am, for sharing your knowledge. And congratulations for your new job.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, Purna sir, do you want to share your knowledge?
Thank you, Masters. Thank you, Lavanya madam, for the wonderful hosting. And thank you, Jaya madam, and congratulations for the new job. And I thank Saroja madam for this wonderful opportunity today to speak in front of this so many such a beautiful masters who were attending this Sanghas session about thought power. Yes, in my perspective, thought power, because when we take birth and before, the last thing we do is the breathe in and breathe out. When we come into this world, we start breathing, and when we are leaving this world, that's where we breathe out. That's the thing we do. And along with that breathe is the thoughts, because thoughts will come wherever you go, wherever you are in darkness or you are in a light or you are in, irrespective of circumstances, place, whatever it is, the thoughts will continually be flowing. And like that, I took an example when I'm taking meditation benefits class in Crystal Children Corner, our thoughts as a monkey, because our thoughts keeps on coming one after another, like just monkey jumps from one branch to another branch, just keep on doing all day. It does the same thing, jumping from one branch to another. The same way our life also, one thought to another thought, the same way, because it's very hard to, we can't, if we try to control or resist the thoughts, it will multiply. The only thing we can do is the surrender. Only thing we can surrender, because we will try, because our mind will trick that whatever I'm thinking, it is happening. That's the trick mind always plays, because if you think positively, it will happen positively also, but if you think negatively, it will happen negatively. Because sometimes happen, because the next moment I will think this is going to happen, because we will always do one thing and we'll calculate the outcomes in the form of thoughts. I had done this one, so this is the output of, because that's a logical thinking which we do all the time during the day, work, personal life, work, wherever it is. So when we do that one, the mind says that yeah, we'll get a confidence that I thought this one happened. So this is the thing we always keep thinking in our mind. Whatever I thought, it has manifested. So, and the second one is, if you want to surrender also, it's not easy, master. Our ego will not make it happen, because we had raised our ego along with our age. From the childhood onwards, where we, from as far as I remember from spiritual parenting classes, Saroja madam told, our ego slowly starts at the age of 5. there our ego starts, and whatever the age we are, our ego also slowly built up. And at all of a sudden, when we are entering into a holistic wisdom or spiritual wisdom, our mind will always say, ego will not make the switch to happen from the negativity to positivity. That's where ego plays. At the same time, ego is not a bad thing to have, because of the ego only we are facing all, we are experiencing all the experiences. But the ego there should be a limit for ego also. It's not to be on the upper side, not to be on the lower side. It should be balanced. Then only our life will be going in a smooth way. Thank you for this opportunity, masters. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Purna sir, for explaining it, and about the ego should be in a balanced way. So otherwise it's a problem. True, 100%. So any other participants? Do you have any questions, or do you want to share anything, masters? Come on, please do raise your hand. Okay, with that, is Mal ma'am is on? Is she there from?
No, she has not joined, Lavanya ma'am. I think I just saw Priya ma'am has joined from Shubham team. Yeah, if you would like to invite her.
Priya ma'am. Okay, yeah, Rajni ma'am, yeah, you can unmute yourself. Rajni ma'am, you can
Yeah.
unmute.
I just want to thank you. Thank you so much. How it started and how it flow and how it's wonderful. It's amazing. This is my first time joining this. I am so grateful to Saroja ma'am and all your wonderful sharing. You answered. Now I have a big list to practice. So thank you.
It's always practice.
Yes.
Lifelong thing which we do. That's a practice.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank Purna sir. So nicely talked about ego. Wonderful. Ego should be there, otherwise there is no existence. But keep it in the right quantity. And again, that is through thought power only. How the balance comes? Through thought power. Amazing point, Purna sir. It's something that we can never forget. Wonderful. Is Priya madam still there, Lavanya madam, in the list of participants?
Yes, now she's on the screen.
Oh, she's gone. Okay, okay. No
she's
problem.
on the screen. She's on the screen. Yeah.
नमस्ते मास्टर.
नमस्ते प्रिया मैडम, मैंने आपको खास तौर से इसलिए बुलाया क्योंकि
हाँ जी,
ये दोनों अंग्रेजी और हिंदी का सेशन है और आज हम अपने सोच विचार की शक्ति के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं कि हम अपने जिंदगी को अपने सोच से कैसे बदल सकते हैं, कि बदल सकते हैं नहीं बदल सकते हैं. आप अगर आप अपना ओपिनियन हिंदी में कुछ बताना चाहते हैं तो सब हम लोग बड़े आराम से सुनेंगे मैडम.
नहीं बदल सकते हैं मैडम. मुझे तो मेडिटेशन से बहुत चेंज आया है मेरी लाइफ में. बहुत अच्छा लगता है. बस मेरे को थोड़ा सा टाइमिंग का थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है. बाकी मेरे को जो भी जूम सेशन में जहां भी मिलता है मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है. और आपका जो तेलुगु वाला सेशन होता है बुधवार को, वो तो मैं जरूर अटेंड करती हूँ. मेरे को ऐसा लगता है आपकी पूरी एनर्जी मेरे में आ रही है. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है. मैं ज्यादा तो नहीं मेरे को बोलना आता, लेकिन बस मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है. सो मेनी थैंक्स ऑल द मास्टर्स. सबका थैंक यू. और गंगाधर सर का भी जो वो होता है बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
वेरी गुड. आप
you.
सब सेशंस अटेंड करती हैं तो इसलिए मैंने सोचा अगर आप यहाँ पे आएंगी तो आपका अच्छा लगेगा. थैंक यू प्रिया.
नहीं, मेरे को तो, मैं आपको नहीं छोड़ूंगी. मैं नेक्स्ट मंथ इंडिया जा रही हूँ, तो थोड़ी तैयारी में बिजी थी.
बढ़िया मैडम, अपना ख्याल रखिएगा. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
हाँ जी, मुझे लग रहा था आप आओगे इधर, मेरे से मिलोगे, लेकिन ठीक है, जो यूनिवर्स को मंजूर है, कोई बात नहीं. आई एम हैप्पी.
कभी आप भी
मेरा
मेलबर्न आ
आपसे मिलने
जाइए.
का बहुत मन था एक बार के मैं आपसे रूबरू मिलूं.
हाँ जी, मिलेंगे मैडम, जरूर मिलेंगे. आप इसी के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं.
मिलाएगा कहीं ना कहीं, तो हमको मिलाएगा ना.
थॉट
अभी
पावर।
जूम पे मिलाया है तो कहीं ना कहीं तो मेरे लिए जगह रखी होगी ना उसने थोड़ी बहुत तो।
जरूर मैडम, जरूर,
बस
सब
आप
मिलेंगे।
करिए कि बस अच्छे से जल्दी मिले हम लोग।
जरूर जरूर मैडम, थैंक यू सो
और
मच।
आपसे बात करती हूँ तो मुझे इतना अच्छा लगता है, मुझे लगता है मेरी फुल एनर्जी मेरे में पूरी पावर आ गई है।
ये आपका
पता नहीं।
प्रेम है मैडम, ये आपका
नहीं,
प्रेम
लव
है।
यू मैम, आई
थैंक यू
लव यू।
मैडम, हम भी आपको बहुत प्यार करते हैं, इसलिए आपको मैसेज करके आपको बुलाया मैंने, आके ज्वाइन होइए मैडम, हम आपकी एनर्जी को महसूस नहीं कर पा रहे हैं।
एक्चुअल में क्या, मैं बेटी के घर पे थी तो आज क्या हम लोग थोड़ा बाहर गए हुए थे, मैंने खाली थोड़ा सा वो अटेंड करा था, बाहर ही थी, तो फिर मैंने बंद कर दिया था। संडे था ना तो बच्चे लोग
नो
बाहर गए
प्रॉब्लम,
थे। मैं
ओके
यूट्यूब
मैडम,
पे पूरा भी देख लूंगी बाद में।
नो प्रॉब्लम मैडम, थैंक यू।
थैंक
ओके
यू,
मैडम, लावण्या मैडम, ओवर टू यू, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू।
Thank you, Priya ma'am. Ma'am, you still have any question? Or is it done?
You are talking me?
Yeah, Rajini, yes. Do you have any other question or like, is it
No,
done?
ma'am, I am good. Thank
You're
you.
good. Okay, fine. Thank you.
One request.
Yes, Saroj ma'am.
Can I continue?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
My bhabhi just joined before 3 to 4 days before. She joined meditation and she doing meditation with me, and she's also learning to do. But she wants to express some feelings to you, all of you. What she feels, what comes in her thought power. Just give her 2 minutes, okay?
Oh, ma'am.
आपको कैसा बदलेगा? मैं रीना अग्रवाल सिलीगुड़ी से वेस्ट बंगाल। मेडिटेशन तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है मेरे को, 4 डेज हुए करते हुए। मेरी जो सोच है वो बहुत चेंज हो गई है, मुझे अंदर से बहुत रिलीफ मिलता है करने के बाद, मन एकदम हल्का हो जाता है। जब से दीदी आई है तब से मेरे को करवा रही है, मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है। मेरी सोच अलग हो गई है, मतलब जिस परिस्थिति से मैं निकल गई थी वो परिस्थिति में मैं अपने आप को चेंज कर लिया। मेडिटेशन से मेरे को बहुत फायदे हुए। थैंक यू मैम।
Thank you, ma'am. It's quite good to know your changes with meditation. And thank you so much for sharing your feedback here and your inputs here.
Ma'am, actually my bhabhi, my nephew last year, he was 25 years old and she's very upset. I teach her, you are upset, I know you are upset, but you have to अपने जाके सोच में, what is the reality of life? You have to face for that. You have to feel. She's crying and crying, but nowadays she said she some emptiness in my heart, but I'm feeling very fine. So that's why I tell her, share your thought power. What do you feel after joining the meditation? Because meditation is a gift for each and every person. Yeah? Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So next coming our next leader from our Shivam team, Gangadhar sir.
Thank you, Lavanya madam, for giving the opportunity again once again to speak. So nowadays, madam, whatever I see, I just related to the learnings what we learn. Like even I say any movie, I just okay, see, this is what we are learning actually. See, this is in this movie like that. So any movie I just related to spirituality or whatever knowledge we are learning. So few days back I've seen one movie trailer, and then it says that even our thoughts are destined. So now my question is, we in our life, we do have like ups and downs, like sometimes everything, whatever we want, we get like that. And sometimes we never get what we want. Like we have this ups and downs, and we have bad time. So actually, if we are to the next level, there is no positive or negative, there is no good or bad. It's just an experience. But for the level which I am now, I think like this is negative or this is positive. So if in my bad times, I am prone to get all the negative thoughts to me, right? So is the thoughts are destined? Even the negative thoughts, are they destined to come to us?
Quite an interesting question, sir.
Thank you.
So the thoughts are destined. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
madam.
from Prabhas movie, I think so. Yeah, it's
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
So if you are going to that situation, means in a negative situation, say, you should have got that negative thought and you believed that thought and you do it and you went into that situation, right? So even the thoughts are destined. Is it like, I just that was intriguing me, so I just wanted to put into the forum.
Yes, sir. So, masters, anyone would like to answer this? From any leaders, participants? Someone else? I think I've seen yes. Yes, Navina ma'am.
Hi, ma'am. Yeah, so it's a wonderful question. Actually, same question, it's rising in my mind. So the same question rises by Ganga there. So our thought, it's so suppose we so before we think that if we get any thought, we are choosing that. So it's a positive or negative. But if you choose, so suppose if you choose any thought, but it's not comes to us like a with that thought, with that we did that thought and we like we choose that one, but in our lives it didn't happen in positive way. But what is that? It's our destiny. It's need to happen. We need to like experience that phase. That's why it happens to us. So that this is when I want to share my experience are also here. So it happens to me. I choose that one like I choose that thought. I choose that. So this is the correct way. But it didn't happen to me in the positive note, and it's completely like a worst scenario it happened. But that is the scenario. I learn it. I learned from that experience. I learned that. So okay, this is the way I had to think. In that way, I learned so many things, and I get some boost of confidence from that experience also. That's what I want to share. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Navina ma'am. So let's hear from Sujata ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Actually, I want to give the answer from another film, okay? As sir asked from one film. Masters, you all know means about Kung Fu Panda, right? Means I think everyone have seen the series. Means there are 3 series in the movie, three pictures. Yeah, okay. So in the second part, means in the second movie, actually, the peacock, which means the peacock and of course the Po, means the character Panda, both have a troubled childhood, masters, right? And they had their own scars, means the circumstances may be anything, but they have their own baggage and everything. At the last ending scene, means actually that peacock asks the Po masters, that the Panda means don't you have that burden, or don't you have that scars? Then that Panda means Po, she means it answers that it is up to you what you want to choose right now at this moment. So you have to choose, masters. At times we may not know means what's happening in life, as means in our previous discussions, so many masters have raised that, right? So we don't know, means like exactly the until and unless we come to know about the big picture, we may not means exactly have the idea of why it is happening. But as I said, everything will be for our betterment only, and everything is in our divine plan. And just it is our pick, means what we are going to pick. And here means even about the negative thoughts, what I want to say is, as I said, it's a big picture. Let the negative thoughts be like, means we are in the kindergarten or something, in our lower classes, masters. And if we are in a PhD level, of course we may see it's a childish thing, but to that child it is he have his own difficulties or something, means to learn, to means play anything, means he has his own experiences. We cannot judge that person, that level of evolving to means in this perspective, right? Means he has his own share of experiences. So let the process be go, means let it go. That's it. Everyone has their own uniqueness, and of course again means it is up to us to what to pick and how to heal that. That's it I want to say. Thank you, masters. I think I have answered Gangadhar sir's question. I don't know, means sir has to clarify that. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Sujata ma'am. It's our choice to choose or not. Yeah, thank you, Saroja ma'am. Yeah, Sujata ma'am. Over to Rajini ma'am, your view. You can unmute yourself.
Okay. Deepthi ma'am also raised her hand. So what I was thinking is, if negative things did not happen to us, we wouldn't have been here. So even I was thinking like the positive affirmations, I'm thinking few things, but those are not happening. But I know this much, but the reality may be that much. Right? So in this birth, I may know only my view is this much, but the actual reality can be anything. And eventually it is for my good. That is the fact. Whatever we are going through, it is definitely for the good of the soul. So sometimes we are not able to bear the situations and we label them as negative, positive. But I think it's all progress, progress, progress. I'm not sure if I answered his question, but I just shared my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajini ma'am. Up comes Deepthi ma'am.
Sorry, masters, I'm unable to on the video. Beautiful question, Gangadhar sir, and beautiful answers by all our beloved masters and Rajni ma'am. As you said, yes, you have your answer with you. I think you got your answer to your question as well, and to the question answer to the Gangadhar sir. So, sir, recently, I think always our questions matches. We are in the same frequency, I feel, sir, Gangadhar sir. I think just in the morning, I was browsing something. I read about this. And I thought of sharing, but I missed it. Now I'm searching the answer for the question which you asked, but I'm unable to find the link. I will share it. So what it's mentioned is, it's like it's like the old belief is like that, sir. Whatever we are thinking, whatever the life we are leading now, or however we are thinking, it all depends on the DNA patterns of our families or the karmic relations, everything. So that is what the old belief, but the research, what it is showing now is something I read like Maharshi effect or something. Like Sujata ma'am said, now it is in our hands, sir. That's all. So the thoughts have that much power that what you choose becomes whatever you want. So that is what it's mentioned there. And it was given by Maharshi someone. So I will be sharing that link later, sir. Thank you. So no need to think what happened in the past or add anything to it. The thought has such power that you can deal it yourself the way what you want. That's what is mentioned, sir. Thank you, masters. Thank you, Rajni ma'am, for adding what you said. That's correct, ma'am. When we accept the situation, but not, yeah, I just want to add one point which Rajni ma'am added. Yes, correct. We have to accept it, and whatever it comes to our mind, it's for good, that is good. But why don't we put some more energy? It is good only. Why we have to restrict that the bad, whatever the bad is happened is maybe my life is like that only. Don't add that points. Why should we limit that? Maybe for this life, maybe this is only my limit, like that. Why we have to think that way? Why we have to broaden our thoughts to extend our thoughts in a broad way? If, for example, if something bad is happening now, we accept it, and we will all we say that, yeah, whatever happened is for good only. We will take good things and we go ahead. But what I want to say is that no need to restrict or limit it, that okay, maybe this is the only thing. Maybe there is a broader perspective. That's what I feel.
No, every negative experience comes with a lesson. After you
Yes, madam.
after you learn the lesson, it won't be there anymore.
Correct,
But
correct.
until you figure it out, it will be there.
Yes, correct, madam. Correct. That is true. So you gave all the answers, Rajni ma'am. Kudos to you.
I know the answers, but still I'm like.
But what I want to say, but still maybe we will discard it. That's right.
Yeah,
We
no,
always
when
right. I'm learning from you.
When you are really in the battlefield, whatever
No,
techniques
ma'am.
you
Life
know,
is all about
it's
battles
different.
only. Life is all about battles only. There only the actual potential of us should come out.
Yes. Now I want to remember ma'am's secret.
You will remember.
I am
Not want.
the brave soul.
You remembered. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, masters.
Thank you, Deepti ma'am. Over to Shweta ma'am. Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Like, yeah, I would also would like to share my thought here. Like, yes, ma'am. Sometimes I get some thoughts, and yeah, definitely it would be like a rocket science to me, and like, yeah, I mean, like, I still can't come out of it or something like that. But some others, like, just they'll be just like a watching movie for them. Like, yeah, are you still thinking for this simple thing? Like, you're been thinking from so many days for this simple thing. Like, yeah, it varies from the person to person, and their understanding levels or probably anything else. Like, yeah, sometimes when earlier, like, when I know like why Jaya and Vijaya, they were in such a good place, and like they were in the heaven, and they got like a negative thought. Like, when you put it in a positive way, like, that's way, like, we got like new energies like Sita and Ramayanam and all those stuff. Like, it's all up to us, ma'am, how we think it. Like, yeah, if we take completely negative out of it, like, definitely we'll get that more and more. But like, once you take positive, like, you start getting more and more out of it. Yeah, I mean, maybe our perception has to change towards that point, probably. Yeah, that's what I feel. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta ma'am, and thank you, Rajini ma'am. Gangadhar sir, let us know if you have any other questions. Is it
No,
clarity?
madam. Yeah, I'm very glad that I put this question and beautiful answers from all the masters. Really, for every Sangha sessions, we have these new masters. Like today, we have Rajni and Sweta madam and other masters who have beautifully spoken. So yeah, as Sujata madam told first, yes, we have choice. So we can whatever comes, it's our choice that we are choosing it. Sometimes it's like due to that fear in us, we think about what the worst case scenarios, and we are tending to that way. So I think it's better that we stop any stories on like past we have done that, future something is coming. Just live in the moment and choose whatever is feeling right to you, and whatever experience then comes on your decision, you have chosen it, so you have the responsibility. So I think once we stop the stories from that we arise from our ego, that stories make us weak, and it doesn't make us any strong. So yeah, so if we are ready for that experience, that we are the brave soul. Like last week, I think same thing happened. Like when we heard the story of Mahabharata in Thousand Seeds of Joy session, I felt like all the Kauravas are very brave souls, because they have come through the soul cycle, the whole cycle, and they have chosen that lives, that how the Pandavas and even the Krishna consciousness had to get highlighted. They have taken a roles like every other person will blame them for all the Mahabharata which had happened to the war, but they had chosen that roles based on their karma cycle, because they are the brave souls. They had that had taken up that. So I think everything is there for a reason, like how the Rajini madam has told, like Jaya Vijaya story, like their negative thoughts led to so many epics, which we are all able to learn from those epics now, like how we need to lead our life. So it's not only that some situations comes for us to learn, it might be for others to learn the lessons as well. Yeah, thank you, madam.
Thank you, Gangadhar sir. Saroj ma'am, do you want to add anything over here?
Yeah. Actually, मैं यही बोलना चाहूंगी कि our past is 70% and future is 30%. But we have to work on our present. It's a presentation to us. क्योंकि ये एक ऐसा गिफ्ट है जो हम अपने आप को दे सकते हैं. We have to realize कि what present we are giving to our present, what presentation we are going giving. तो यही सोच जब ये थॉट्स मन में डालते हैं, you forget past and future, no worry. इस प्रेजेंट पे बहुत सुंदर है, तो कोई जरूरत नहीं है कि पास्ट एंड फ्यूचर में अप्लाई करने का. नो नीड टू वरी, ओनली बी इन प्रेजेंट एंड दिस मच. बिकॉज मैंने फील किया है कि जब भी मैं अपसेट होती हूँ, कुछ मुझे खराब लगता है, तो सडनली माइंड में आता है कि मेडिटेशन इज अ गिफ्ट फॉर मी. ये मेरे लिए गिफ्ट है, ये मैं अपने आप को दे सकती हूँ. तो मैं अपने जाके सेट होने की चेष्टा करती हूँ, नॉट इन अपसेट. अपसेट ऐसा वर्ड है जो अपसेट कर देता है, हर्ष में टेंशन और बेकार बातें मन में चलाते हैं. मगर जब अपने जाने का, सेट होने का सोचते हैं, ये हमें रियलाइजेशन होता है कि आज के प्रेजेंट को हम क्या प्रेजेंटेशन दे रहे हैं. बस इसी पर काम करते करते लाइफ स्टार्ट हो जाती है वापस. अदरवाइज सुस्त रहना, गुमसुम रहना, तकलीफ में रहना, ये ऑल फेजेज है. मगर जब हम अपने सेट होना चाहते हैं, तब हमें कोई नहीं रोक सकता.
Thank you, Saroj ma'am. Yes, 70% is the past. Yes, 100%. I think we are already 10 past our scheduled time to end the session. So if you have any other questions or queries, please do let us know so that we can continue either in the next coming session, or else we'll come up with a new session if there are no any other questions on this. So with that, is there any other team group leader, do you want to talk anything about this? Or if not,
Lavanya madam, I just wanted to commend all the speakers in the last 5-10 minutes for the wonderful question that Gangadhar raised. Amazing, especially the way the question was raised and the way the answers were given. Honestly, what Gangadhar said is great. We are having such great new masters in every session. And kudos to Rajni madam and Shweta madam and all other masters, of course. We are finding new treasures. Every time we join a session, there are new diamonds coming up and saying, wow. So really wonderful, wonderful wisdom. And more than the wisdom, it's the way you people are applying. And that question was quite tricky, the one which Gangadhar posed. But nevertheless, nobody backed out. And Sujata madam, you almost said it all. You really put it in a very good perspective. And I'm really amazed where you all are. And with you all, I'm learning so much. So thank you, masters. Thank you, thank you, thank you once again. Great discussion, great topic, great insights, and wonderful journey for each of you. You're all so evolved, and yet your thirst for evolving more never stops. And most of all, Lavanya madam, amazing hosting. Thank you.
Thank you, Saroja ma'am. So today's topic is like, it's a quite intensive session. There are so many topics which many masters have touched it. I think probably by after the end of the session, we would come up with the gist what has happened in this session, so that we could all recollect it and look at it once again if you're missing something, so that we could go back and look into it, so that it would be useful whenever it is needed in our life. So
Lavanya madam, I just wanted to add one thing which just came into my mind.
Yes,
just on the question that Gangadhar posed, the reason I'm going back to that question is, first of all, I'm very envious that you guys already saw Radhe Shyam, which I haven't, which I will be. Now that's on my hit list. But more so because something that you guys picked up. Sorry, guys, I just have to hold it 1 second.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, I may have to leave this session here. Sorry for leaving this abruptly, but there's someone waiting outside. So, but guys, be in the present, try to use your willpower, try to use your free will to judge where you are, where you want to be. You have that power, and nothing is more important than that, okay? With that, I will take leave, Masters. I really enjoyed this session, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Saroj.
Thank you, Saroja ma'am.
Thank you, Saroj ma'am. And thank you all the masters, participants, our group leaders, each and everyone who are doing this background work along with the technical stuff, for spotlighting our participants and each and everyone who have joined this session. Thank you so much for attending today's session. I think it's quite interesting. I think everyone would have got some other point which they could use in their life. So hopefully we will see you all in the next upcoming session, masters. So that please do not miss this kind of opportunity, which is a very rare thing, which is happening in our Beyond Your Mind Foundation platform. So please do join and use this valuable time. Thank you, masters. I hope this is a valuable time for you all. Thank you, everyone, each and everyone. Namaste.
Thank you, Lavanya ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Rajni madam has shared her full points in the chat window. So if anyone wants, they can. Thank you, Rajni ma'am. She has summarized
Thank you,
very
Rajni ma'am.
beautifully all the points. Thank you
Thank you
for
so much,
the opportunity.
Lavanya ma'am, for the great hosting. Thank you, Purna sir. Thank you, Deepti ma'am, for spotlighting. I'm just behind. Oh my God, you guys have taken to the next level. So it's such a great session. Thank you, Gangadhar sir. Thank you, Navina ji. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you,
think
ma'am.
I think all our masters.
Saroja madam joined again.
Yeah.
Madam wants to
Okay.
talk.
Am I unmuted?
Yes.
No,
ma'am.
ma'am, you're okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, masters. I had to leave abruptly at that time, but I didn't finish what I wanted to talk, so I've come back again. What I wanted to tell is, look at it from this perspective. Sometimes we all end up at different cross sections or different junctions. You're going on a road and your car stops in a junction. It could be any junction, a junction where there is no water, there's no trees, nothing. Or you could stop in a junction where you've got a lot of shops, you don't mind even if the car stops because there are plenty of shops. Now, the question that Gangadhar asked was, are our thoughts, are they destined? What is destiny? Destiny is nothing but, destiny depends upon your past. So if your destiny depends upon your past, then the junction at which you have stopped is because of your destiny. Okay, so you have come to that junction, which you have no control on. It is because of your past, but you have a choice to move from there. So you have control on your future. Your present moment must be the result of your past, which you call destiny, but your future is a result of your present. So that is the free will that Sujata madam was talking about. Yes, that is true that your thoughts could be arising because of your destiny, because you have reached at such a junction which is so dry. And what kind of thoughts will come? Oh my God, there's no water, there's nothing to drink. But that is the time where we have to think that we have free will to change our tomorrow from that point onwards. If we want to keep arriving at such dry junctions, then that's also our choice. I wanted to mention this because this road analogy might give us a better explanation of how life is. Every situation that we end up is a junction. And we are there at that junction because of our destiny. And destiny is nothing but our past, our thought system, our belief systems that we have allowed ourselves to be. But having reached at that junction, look at it. If you don't want to be at that junction, which is the result of your destiny, then you have the free will to change it. How? By your thought. So Gangadhar, what you started with is true, but how you can change that Sujata madam said is also true. So I would not have felt good if I didn't share this with you all, because both the parts are true. And again, it all comes down to only one point, that it's the power, thought power. If you keep thinking, yes, I'm a victim of my destiny and I only have dryness in my life, then that's not true. You have the free will to change it, and free will only works in the present moment, which affects your future. So sorry, I was coming and going, but I really wanted to finish this off.
Yeah.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam. That's really more clarifying for me
Yes,
for the
ma'am.
question as well. And that road experience really happened to us. Like I also mentioned you when we were traveling from Sydney to Melbourne 1 month back. It did really happen. Like we saw the weather report that it is going to have hailstorm and all that, and still we thought a lot and we delayed actually. And the delay caused us to be in that point where that hail is going to happen. So it just came in front of us. So after all the thoughts, all the discussions, all the decisions, still we had to be that point where that complete, it was like we can't see in the highway, nothing can be seen in the highway. At that point, like we thought, like that's where we use our knowledge. Now we don't need to have any stories like it's our fault or whatever it is. We'll just be calm and see. Like we are not able to see the road. We just stopped. Like and suddenly one of the car, they just moved, and I thought like I need to follow that car, and immediately I was into the exit, and the rain even stopped. And then we were fine. Like till that point, like it was like the hail was falling on the car. We didn't know, like even it's like the glass was about to break or something like that. I felt like that. All the things we were scared, but still we didn't discuss anything. We just stayed calm, and then we were. So this road experience really happened like the destiny, and then yeah. Thank you, madam.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, all masters.
Thank you, Saroja ma'am.
Can we end the session, Jaya ma'am, or you want
Yes.
to wait? Yes.
No, it's okay. You can end the session. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all, masters.
Thank you
so
all,
much.
masters.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Jaya
Wonderful
Thank you.
session
madam.
today.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Lavanya madam,
everyone.
master. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Great host.